Come on, YouTube, where are you? Should be here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Live now. Ah, there we go. So this is Robocop 3D, one of my favourite games, and this is running on Amiga oS4 in run in UAE, and you click on run in AUE and it automatically starts up a Workbench 3.1 and starts the game. The volume levels seem okay. Now this is one of my favourite games, but I suck at it big time, and it annoys me because I do like it. I'm just crap at playing it. But this game I had on my Amiga 500 back in the day. Ran a little bit slow on that machine, but hey ho. I think it came on 3 discs as well, so you had to keep swapping the discs. Movie adventure or arcade? Well, let's go movie. Let's go full on. Delta City, the future has a silver lining. Huh, but it don't. Media break. Ah, there we go. Hi, I'm Casey Wong. What's his name? Casey Wong. Our top story. Motor City goes Japanese. This is the storyline from Robocop 3, obviously, which I must admit I've never seen. The first one I've seen, superb. The second one, that's the drug one, isn't it? The second one. I don't remember the third one. I don't think I've ever seen it. I'll press spacebar, I'll whiz it on. Go on, get on with it. We've just received reports of a break-in at the police armory. Okay. And ED-209 has gone berserk. Damn ED-209s. Yeah, I didn't run that quick on my 500. Crime in progress. Officer Lewis in pursuit. Robocop is a backup. Well, to be honest, Officer Lewis, I wouldn't expect too much if I were you. In fact, I'd expect very little. So, you're sort of on your own go, to be honest. I'll be lost and driving around the same mall. Mouse operative, okay. So you keep your finger on the mouse button to accelerate, and we're off. Not sure where we're off. What's the other button do? Does that brake? It is. What's that? Chalmers Boulevard. Hang on. Am I going the wrong way then? This is what gets me. I'm wrong already. Well, yourself, I'm going the wrong way. Come on, Robo, get that big fat foot down there. Let's go. Let's wind up this bloody Ford Cortina. Oop. Go this way. Ooh. Am I going wrong? I am going wrong. You bloody knob. That way. Don't hit me. Don't keep hitting me. I'm an officer of the law. You swine. Look, 50% already. But that's okay. We can do it. Come on, Robo. Ooh. Oh, the wrong way again, you tit. Oh, piss off. Bloody pedestrians. Give them a citation. This is why I suck at this game. I spend more time crashing into the other cars than I do. Although I have done it once. Ooh. No! Oh, piss off. Come on, that's it now, we're on him. Come on, get your foot down. Nice orange tree there. A tree that's orange, that is. cars are wide berth. Clearly they're rubbish drivers. They're not highly trained like I am. Go on, Robo. Get on with it. There we go. Oh, don't be drawn to the other cars. Can I sneak left here a bit? Look at that for driving. So I need to go right here. If I was any good at this game, I'd remember where Officer Lewis goes, but I don't. I can't remember. I've only played it 1,000 times. I still don't know. But it was a long time ago. That's my defence. Northeast. So she, I'm not sure if she is a white one or the yellow one, orange one. Is she white or orange? Not sure. Well, the orange one's moving, so we'll go there. Yeah, this was a favourite on my 500. I used to love the music. I was never any good at the game particularly. Like lots of games in the Amiga era, the early Amiga, especially on the 500. Ooh. Where is it then? Oh, it's there, the van. Okay. Now you got to hit the van, I think, head on. If you try and come up behind it, they will shoot you, and they will get you. Like that. Swines. Come on. Too close, the buggers will shoot me. I need to cut in front of him. Great to see you playing Robocop3. Great classic game. Can you hang around? Oh, can't hang around. Okay, no worries, mate. We'll check out the vid later. That's all right. I'm going to go through some old classic Amiga games, as well as the new stuff. I mean, let's face it, most of us remember the old stuff more than the new stuff. That's why we've got an Amiga. No, don't. Ah! Will you pack it in? Naff off. Why have they all got bigger guns? Quick! God! Oh! It's a 1 litre this thing, I'm sure it is. It won't go. 1 litre Cortina. It's a Sierra 1.6 laser. That's what this is. Come on. 2%. Oh, coolio. Well, that's it. We're gonna fail in a moment. Come on. Where can we? Which way are you going? Ah! Marvellous. Must have got him. It's not looking good, to be honest. I think I've killed the game. It's spinning around in a circle. Oh no. OCP said they will be terminating the Robocop project. Look, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? I had a little motoring accident. You know, Google self-drive. These accidents happen. Could be a Tesla. Right. Shut up, get on with it. Any of you guys play Robocop back in the day? I think it came with a dongle that you plugged in the parallel port as well. Well, mine didn't. Mine came from a car boot sale with handwritten labels on, but yeah, I think it came with a dongle. ED209, don't do it. Oh. This impressed me so much back in 1988, or whenever it was. Fantastic. What a great game. Right, mouse is operative. Stolen vehicle. In pursuit of a stolen vehicle, stop and apprehend. Didn't actually tell you how, does it? Officer Lewis needs immediate assistance. Current position. What's that? That's like Alright, Boulevard. Oh, hang on. Just a minute, I've got a message. Didn't have this game back in the day, never played it. Oh, it's fantastic. This was awesome on the Amiga. This was so advanced for the time. The PC could only dream of doing things like this. This is when you had VGA was just starting to take off. A lot of stuff was still EGA. Hang on a minute, which way am I going? Oh shit. Is it this way? Ah, is it? Bugger. Handbrake. This way. Missed the cars. Come on. Foot down. Foot down. Come on. I recommend anyone with an Amiga to play this. It really is superb. Which one am I going? Left. No! Whoa. Yeah, oh, bollocks. Clearly I have problems reading maps. The old Tom-Tom's playing up a bit here. Come on. Finger hard on the mouse. This is when you get mouse finger when you've been playing this for a little while. Didn't know this. I do remember screenshots from the magazines. Yeah, it was highly regarded, and it played actually reasonably quickly on a standard A500 with 512 RAM. Believe it or not. Ooh, the cutscenes were a little slow in 3D on the 500, but that was okay. The game itself, it did chug a little, in fairness, but it was okay. I'm going the long way around now, aren't I? Oh well. Come on, Robo, get your foot down. Miss that car, miss that car. Whew, good grief. Imagine I'm a police officer. They should be standing aside for me as a police officer. They should have the sirens on and everything. Are you playing it with mouse? Yep, as you can see, I'm playing it in full control with mouse. It does look as though I'm a highly skilled professional, but I am in fact playing it with a mouse. It does surprisingly play well with a mouse. Please ignore my sucky gameplay. If you play it, you'll be surprised. It, how can I explain it? It's tricky, but not unfairly so. It's just a little awkward. But once you get used to it, it does play really rather nice. Okay, we're catching up now, bad guys. Come on, let's get this car flat out. God, son. Give it some welly. Fourth gear, come on. Good. Handbrake. Lovely. Oh, we're really motoring now. This is where we crash into the... Oh, he's there. I gotcha. I gotcha. I see you. I gotcha. Right, the trick is to hang back. Well, not hang back, but to hit it head on. Coming up behind, as they say, is not always good. But I'm on a straight bit of road now, so it don't help me very much. Come on, son. Come on. There we go. The car automatically slows down when you turn, which is okay. Yes, alright. Oh, I can't. I thought I was going to hit the railings there. The van rather, starts to smoke. If I should ever... Which way are you going to go? Are you going to go left? You are, aren't you? Yes. Alright, pack it in. Okay. Hang back a bit, hang back. Yeah, full 3D games. They did chug a bit in those days though. with a 8 megahertz 68,000. But it was pretty impressive. It was excellent. I did like 3D games, I must admit. The solid polygons, whatever the hell they were. Which way are you going? You're going that way, okay. Ooh, let's back off a bit. Which way are you going? Ah, shit, I was going to go left. I need to make a guess which way he's going to go. It's going to go left, isn't he? Yeah, of course he is. We're not being fast enough there. Ah, shit. You can't grass cut across the roads, or it just slows the car down to a dead stop. I need him to be on a square bit so I can go a different way. Oh, come on. Come on, map. At the next junction, turn left in 300 yards. Oh, shit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Right, you've got to go right here. You have to go right. Can I cheat and go... So I go... No, I can't really. I was going to nip across the corner there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, shit, get away from me. Yeah, quite slow back then. Ooh. Well, if you play on Castle Master on the 664, I do, but I never really played it. I think I had a demo on a cassette, would you believe? But I never really played it. I have played it more recently, and oh, bog off. I did play it quite recently. I quite enjoyed it. It's faster on the Amiga, obviously. Right, which way? I know you're going to go to the white dot, aren't you? That's what you're going to do. That's I remember now. So I'm going to cheat. How can I cheat? Can't cheat. Oh yes, I can. You're going up there. I'm going to go this way. That's it now, sunshine. I got you. I got you. The white car, I think, is Officer Murphy's shot-up car, which is supposedly smoking there. And the baddies are going to come to this, I think. Oh, shit. Come on, need some speed up, need some speed, need some speed, need some speed. Okay, I've got it. Done it, done it, done it. So Officer Lewis needs immediate attention. I think she's here, isn't she? Is that it? Give us a clue. Is that it? What's happening? Oh, I just drive off, don't I? Go on. That's what you do. Right, okay, I've done it. That's the first time I've done that in probably 20 years. Looking good, Robo. And now we're in Nakatomi Plaza. Shooting the baddies. Great stuff. Oh shit. Game will be over in a minute when I shoot. Oh god, it's a bit rapid. Terminate opposing splatterpunks. Okay, I will. Oh, can I shoot him? He's got a flat cap on. Why have you got a flat cap on in the 1980s? Oh, there's a baddie. Oh shit. Don't be so... Oh, I've shot a pedestrian. An innocent. Oh well. Don't worry about it. The hotel's full of them, or wherever we are. Can I... Is there a... There's no strafe, is there? Is the L? Yeah, quite slow back then. Yeah, Castle Master. Yep, Castle Master. I did, like I said, I did play on the 64. On the Amiga, I think. Is that the one with the coffins, and you open the coffin and the rat comes out and gets you? Wait, wait, hey. What the bloody hell? Oh, right. Bloody. I'm going to shoot you. You look seriously suspicious, if you don't mind me saying so. Termination's 4. Yeah. Oh shit, walked into the wall. Come on, Robo. Is that you? Yeah. The trouble is with this game, it gives you a very narrow field of view. It is quite difficult. Ah! That's an hand grenade. Not sure if I shot the hand grenade, so you've got to sort of hug the corner a bit and then swing round. Ooh. Who the bloody... Who's that shooting me? There's nobody here. Oh, yeah, opposite, okay. Efficiency 20%. It's not looking good. Yeah, that's it. You had to explore the castle, find keys, and throw rocks at things. That's right, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That was particularly slow on a 64. 1 megahertz CPU. Can you imagine it these days? I'm just going to load up Windows. I'll just pop the cassette in. It'll be done in 15 minutes. I'm teaching my nephew lots of old games, and we're playing some old stuff. I'm sure he humours me by pretending to be interested, but I'm trying to teach him slowly that the PlayStation... I'm trying to teach him that Sony didn't make everything, and that every game is a PlayStation game, as he seems to think. So I'm teaching him about the ways of Commodore and Atari and all the other stuff. No! 1% efficiency. That's it, kids. It's not looking good. Bosh! Knock him over. Oh, well, I was going to shoot then, and then I've been, shot upon. Oh. Yeah, Castle Master, I think I had it on cassette for the 64, and it was painfully slow, and I had it on disc, again, a demo, I think, for the Amiga. I used to buy Amiga format and whatever, can't remember what the others were. MGN. Amiga format, where else did I get? I used to buy them religiously, magazines. It's something now that I don't think kids understand these days, do they? Magazines for computers. Although I'm sure the PlayStation do magazines, do they? Nintendo, they'll do them. Can't imagine them giving you a free cartridge on the cover of Nintendo User though. Right. Oh, I ain't got to do the car one again, have I? I'll get on with it. Armed rebels in the heart to ED. Oh, it's gone back to the beginning then, hasn't it? Yeah, we had those magazines here in Sweden too. I used to buy them a lot. Yeah, so do I. I've got a... Funnily enough, all the magazines I had, I gave away, or threw away years ago. And I've recently bought them all again. Someone was selling a job lot of Amiga format magazines. Not all of them, but most of them. So I've now got a big box full of Amiga format magazines. And I've probably looked at the first 5. But it's quite... I do like sitting down and reading them. But I find it quite sad. All the enthusiasm and all the rest of it. Well, we know where the truck's going to go. I presume it goes to the same place every time. So we shall head it off at the pass, which is clearly the sensible way to do it. What? Ooh, I think I'd machine gun him for just ramming me. Yeah, we know where the lorry's going to go. So if we go there first... I never had the instructions for this game, as I got the game illegally. Oop. So I really had no idea what to do, but it's fairly obvious. By the way, what setup are you running on? I'm running on an Amiga. Well, I was going to hit the post. This is what is it? It's an Amiga 1, which is an A-Cube PowerPC Amiga that runs oS4 4.1. And this is running, it's emulated basically. It's emulating the old chipset and the old operating system. And it runs quite well. I think it's set up to run it as a basic A1200 for maximum compatibility. So it's running it as a 68020 rather than the 68000 that the Amiga 500 had. Usually I don't use emulation at all as a rule. That's why I've got so many computers here. I've got a room full of them. But on this machine, that is how it is made to function. So in that instance, or in this instance, I don't mind. But yeah, it's an Amiga 1. Was it X500? A500, whatever it is. And it's a Sam's 460, I think it is, PowerPC. It's probably 5 years old now, the machine, so there are much faster ones, but they're quite expensive. But Trevor from Aeon is releasing a new set of motherboards soon. Well, they've been at developers now, or they are at developers now, which will run much faster than this, and he's trying to get them out there for about £400 or so. I mean, I don't know I can't remember how much I paid for this. It was quite expensive. Simply because there are just no other options to run oS4. I mean, I've run PowerPC before on the classic Amigas, the A1200. And I've run 68060 at 100 megahertz on a 4000. All good stuff. Yeah, crazy expensive. They are crazy expensive. It's economies of scale, isn't it? If you have a piece of equipment that's not going to sell very many, it costs you much more money to make it. It's not, not complicated. Hopefully, I know Trevor is desperate to get the Amiga brand back in the limelight. Why am I going that way? So perhaps he can sell these motherboards at a reasonable price and get them out there. There's a lot of interest now in the Amiga with the Vampire 2, which I've also got, and the Amiga 1 stuff. There's a lot of development going on now with the Amiga oS4 and the Vampire. Oh god, it's a long job, isn't it, when you're waiting for him? I'm going to go find him. I'm bored with this. So I'm going to go right, don't I? So we can get my directions correct this time. There we go. Have you tried Amiga Wii since Nintendo Wii is a PC system? I haven't tried the Wii. I would be surprised if it can run oS4. I know it's Power PC. It's Broadway, isn't it? The CPU. But yeah, there's no oS4 is not written for that particular CPU, so I suspect it won't work. Yeah, it's interesting times. My Vampire 2 should be arriving on Friday next week. Oh, you'll have some great fun. If you need any help setting your Vampire up, just drop me a message, and I've got loads of files on my website, which are all Vampire related. So if you need help setting your CF card up, give us a shout. Where's this bloody truck gone? I think they've gone to get bread and milk. Where the hell is it? Cool, thanks. Yeah, no worries, mate. The Amiga community has got to stay together. Oh, there he is. Oh shit. Handbrake. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Come this way, and we can have a head on. Come on. Yes! Oh, not fast enough. All that faffing about, I've made a balls of it. Okay. Well, we know what to do. It's taken me 20 years to work out this game. I'm still pants. So he's going to go... Get away from me. You're going to go left here. You must do. Oh, he didn't. Well, I'm going to go left here. Come on. Why am I going... Oh, shit. Why am I going left here? Don't know. Take a shortcut there, diagonal. Great speed. Go on, son. By the shopping mall. Okay. I'll go... Which one am I going? Right. For some reason I thought you hit the telegraph poles or the lamp posts, but you don't appear to. Can I nip across now? Go on, son. Yeah, I've got it set up with a Fury card at the moment. Yeah, so have I. Oh shit, missed the road. Yeah, so have I. I bought it just to try it, really. I'm not really that interested. But I'll be selling that on shortly. I don't need it. But yeah, it's an interesting card. It's done well there. It's good. Have you been watching or keeping up with the Terrible Fire? I can't remember his name. The guy in Scotland. Where am I going now? Completely lost. This is because I'm talking. Okay, we've got him now. Turn right here. Right, go on. Oh, balls, he's going the other way. I thought he'd go straight down. Hang on. Turn round, turn round, turn round. Yeah, the Terrible Fire guy is... he's been doing a 68/30. He's just started doing the 68/40. I've spent many hours with 68/40s and 60s. I'm not going fast enough, am I? Yeah, I used to convert a lot of Apollos from 68/40 to a 68/60. Fun days. A friend of mine who's into Amigas also recommended this channel. Oh, well, that's very kind. I do tend to ramble and talk a lot of nonsense. I do appreciate that. But that's just the way I am. Now which way am I going? You bloody knob. Get round there. Yeah, I do try to focus on Amigas because that's my favourite system. Having said that, I do drift off into all kinds of junk. Sinclair, C64, Acorn, ZX81. Oh, going the wrong way. What if I go that way then? I thought that the truck went on a predetermined route, and once it got there, that was it. But it just seems to be driving around in circles, waiting for me to stop being such a knob and get on with it. Clearly my memory... that's a big building. Clearly my memory's failed me. Oh, come on. What did I say earlier? I've got the hang of it now. Clearly I have not. Which way am I going? I'm going down now. Oh god, I'm rubbish at this. Fence. I didn't know you could drive through the fences. Right, if I go straight up to the road at the top, full speed, come on, we can head him off. And that'll sort him out. Come on, full speed, come on, come on, come on, come on. Pressing that mouse button as hard as I can. Another orange tree. Where's it gone now? Bloody truck. Never goes the way I want it to. Yeah, back then we played so much. Oh shit! Can't can't read and drive at the same time. I bought the Fury while waiting on the Vampire 2. With some mix-up, I ordered it. Yeah, they've been swamped with orders, haven't they? They've had loads of trouble. I've spoken to the guys quite a bit, and I think they've been taken by surprise how much demand there is for the Vampire cards, and it's completely swamped them. But they're a good set of guys, and they'll try the best. I did have an issue with mine originally, but I sent it back. They sent me a new one, no problem. So, oh, I missed the road. So I can't complain. I know some people have been waiting a long time, have been moaning. But Amiga kit now is starting to stop them, and they can handle the shipping and tracking and all the rest of it, which I think is a much better idea. You don't want to get involved with doing postage. It's an absolute pain in the neck. Come on, car. Ah! God, I've never seen as many cars. Look, I'm going this way. I don't care where you're going. Ah! Look, I'm a policeman. Stand aside. If you play this game properly, this first level takes about 10 minutes to complete. I can string it out for about half an hour, if I manage to complete it at all. Where's the truck? I need to hit it head on. Yeah, the Vampire 2, it's an impressive bit of kit. I do like it. No, bugger. That weren't my fault, Mr. Insurance Man. Look, that's road rage, that is. Road rage. Now which way? Left. No, that left. Too many lefts. Hang on a minute, there's some dodgy driving going on here. Ah! Oh, balls, I didn't realise it was that close. Well, he's on fire. One more good bash and I should get him. I need to head him off. So he's going to go right here, I bet. Oh, he's gone left. Why would you go left? I'm going to go right. You've got to hit it head on, or the guy at the window shoots you. Well, supposedly. Which way are you going? There's some well dodgy driving here. I was wondering I keep crashing. Right, let's go. Full speed. 34% efficiency. The car's like brand new. Used to love this music. What's that? Oh, I thought it was a bus or something. Don't know which way I'm going. Go that way. Yep. And then a sharp left. Go on, son. Oop. I'm gonna get you. Oh shit, I don't know which way I'm going. I've completely gone to pieces. Clearly I've been here before. Pedestrians on fire. Pedestrians. Cars on fire. That's a dead end, isn't it? Where he's going? Why are you going that way? Oh, no, it's not a dead end, clearly. You've got to go left. You're not. Why aren't you going the right way? Right, I'm going to get you now. I'm going to get you. So if I go right, come on, with some speed. Oh shit, I've got no speed. Ah, brilliant. No! Oh, bloody thing. I got it and then it bloody wrecked me. Ah, bloody thing. That's possibly the worst driving I've ever seen on Robocop3. Very ominous music. It is very ominous music. It's superb. I used to play this on a 500, like I say, and plug it into the stereo. And a little MIDI system that I had. Amstrad, piece of junk. But you could turn the bass up and get some real nice bass going. Oh, it was great. I used to love it. I used to play Robocop3, The Lost Patrol, which also had nice music. In fact, most of the Amiga games had nice music. Even if the games were rubbish, the music was good, usually. Not always, but usually. Right, we'll have one more go and that'll do. Unfortunately, I have to go to work in the morning. Not too keen on that, but there you go. Media break. Okay. Spacebar, 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 spacebar. Yeah. We've just received... Yeah. Fortunately, I'm on hand to drive the car. So it's not a problem. Crime in progress. Yeah. Right, this is it now. Presumably that's Officer Lewis, is it? Mouse operative. Now, what's happened last time? Every time I drive up here, the truck comes behind me. So let's just hang fire a moment and see what happens. Oh. Agreed, also had mine hooked up to my stereo. Played Settlers for hours on end. So much fun. It was. I mean, you know, if you go back and think about the Amiga days and the 8-bit and the 16-bit, the Ataris and all the rest of it, it was a very unique time that will never happen again. It's a moment in history that will never be repeated. And I think that's such a shame. Where's the van gone? Ooh, van. I mean, think of a company coming along now and creating a computer system from scratch with its own operating system, with its own apps, and trying to sell it to the world. It would never happen. No one would buy it. I'd like to think the Amiga would come back one day. I still can't believe Commodore's gone. There was such oh shit. Oh, there was such a part of my youth, Commodore. I remember the adverts, the magazines. Going the wrong way again. The adverts on TV, they were everywhere in the national press. Commodore this, Commodore that, Commodore the other. They outsold everything else in the UK. They had bigger adverts than everybody else. They had billboards, and they were just everywhere. So it was a massive surprise to me when Commodore went under. I don't know how old I was, 20 or something. And I still can't believe it. It makes no sense. Well, it does. I've been speaking to David Pleasance. Apollo Computers maybe one day. Yeah, true. Apollo Computers maybe. I've been speaking to David Pleasance for quite a while. We had a few beers together. And I backed his book on Kickstarter. Some of the tales that he's told us have been quite interesting about Commodore and the management, or the lack of management, let's say. It's amazing it lasted so long, to be honest. Can I go through the water? But I can't. Go through the railings there. Yeah, it's such a shame, Commodore. But I was disappointed with the A600. My friend bought one, brand new, from our local... No, naff off. Yeah, you keep that door shut, sunshine. My friend bought one from, where was it? Dixon's, I think. Or Comet, don't remember now. Amiga 600. Thinking it was a better upgrade to an Amiga 500, as I had the 500 at the time. And the only advantage I could see was you could put an hard drive in it. But it was a 2.5-inch IDE drive that cost more than the 3.5-inch hard drives that were available at the time, because they were laptop drives and nobody had laptops in 93, 94. Bloody stupid idea. But there's a whole story behind why it had IDE. It all came from the German division. But again, when the 1200 came along, I wasn't impressed with the 1200 at all. The Amiga 500 to me seemed like an expensive, although it wasn't, an expensive and well-made machine. It looked like it cost money. The 1200 looked like it was cheap, and so did the 600 for that matter. So I was not impressed at all. So I was toing and froing about buying a 1200 back in those days. And then I saw the advert for the CD32, so I thought, alright, I'm going to get a CD32 and play some good games. So I bought a CD32, and the bloody company collapsed 3 months later. So that was the end of that. The CD32 killed the sales for the Amiga 1200 anyway. They rushed it forward. And had no software for the bloody thing. Yeah, we were so upset when Commodore went under. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people were. How old were you when Commodore went under then, if you don't mind me asking? Younger brother had an A600 with a 40 megabyte hard drive back then. He got it a few years after he bought the 500. Yeah. Yeah, happy days. Was it, what hard drive did you have on the 500? Was it a GVP? Or did, oh no. No, he didn't say he had a hard drive on the 500. Sorry. At the time, I had no accessories for the 500. All I had was a RAM pack, because everything was so expensive. They were 195, 96. No, it was April 94 they collapsed. Went file for bankruptcy. April, I think 20th of April 1994. But they were bought by Escom, and the Amigas were back in the shops for 96. The 1200 and A4000 Tower. But you'll never see an A4000 Tower. They are like hen's teeth. But there's plenty of 1200s about that they made. But they were never big on advertising the 1200 that much. They were more interested in selling PCs, as the markup was bigger. The Amigas were expensive to produce, buying the chipsets from HP, which they didn't like very much. Perhaps Jack Tramiel should have bought Commodore when it went under by Atari. What do you think to that? That's a scandalous suggestion. Get Jack Tramiel back in charge. Oh, I see. I was 16 at the time when I went under. Good age. So what brought you to the Amiga then? Was that, I suppose it was the best system around at the time, was it, when you were 16? There was no PlayStation then. Not yet anyway. PlayStation was what, 95 was it? 96? I've got absolutely no idea where the truck is. Oh, wondered if M was map, it turns the music off. I've been paying no attention at all to where the truck's gone. But yes, Commodore collapsed in April 94. I've been lucky enough to speak to some of the engineers from Commodore, Dave Haney and RJ Michael, as well as Carl Sassenrath, who wrote the Intuition for the Amiga operating system. Where the bloody hell am I going? Get back. Oh shit. And Dave Haney, he says he's still sad that Commodore's not here now. He would have worked there for the rest of his life. It's the happiest he's ever been in his life working for a company. Was working for Commodore. And Bill Hurd says the same thing. He did the Commodore 128 and the Plus 4. Why am I going this way? Turn round. And everyone has, or seems to have, nothing but fond memories for Commodore. My first computer was, hang on, driving across the bridge, the Atari 130. Oh yeah, when I was 8. Then the Commodore 128. All right. Uncle had a 500, and he showed me a soundtracker. Oh yeah. It looked easy enough, so I went to 1.2 and saved up. Yeah, good on you. Soundtracker was an amazing bit of kit. I'm not very good at that either, funnily enough. But I remember a friend of mine's electronics guy, he made me a sound sampler, and we used to sample music tracks on an A500 and stick it through a ProTracker. For no obvious reason other than we could. But he used to run, was it Lightwave, the 3D thing, on an A600 with 1 meg of RAM. I think it could draw a triangular shaped red car, or a cow, can't remember now. And it'd take all night to render it into a few scenes. That thing was slow. But we didn't know any better then. That's just the way they were. But is the PC... oh, is there? It's bloody miles away. The PC was catching up rapidly by 94, probably 93 actually. And games like Wolfenstein 3D and especially Doom appeared. That was the nail in the coffin for the Amiga. Because ultimately it was a games machine. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, there was productivity software. Yes, it could do music. Yes, it could do this, it could do that, it could do the other. But everyone had it for games. That's what it was for. I switched over to Pro Tracker, had Amiga MIDI sample on a 502. Yeah, so did I. Quite possibly the slowest thing on earth. But it was great fun. I'm making right balls of this because I'm not watching at all where the truck is. So I do apologise if you're watching this thinking I'm an idiot. I am an idiot, but I am making it more difficult than it need be. But yeah, I'm trying to think what Pro Tracker I had. What sound sample I had? Techno sound or something. Tech sound? Ah, something like that. Go that way. The truck must be on the next screen, mustn't it? Happy days indeed. Who knows? Perhaps we could see the company rise from the ashes and take over the Amiga. I was kind of hoping that Commodore USA, when they started back a few years ago with, oh, I apologise, I've forgotten your name. Altman, what's his name? Can't remember now. Even though they were making PCs with the Commodore sticker on it, they were at least getting the Commodore name back out there. Much to people's disgust, I'm sure. But let's face it, in this day and age, who's going to make custom hardware chips? Nobody. If I nip across there, casual like. I used to sample a lot from my tape deck and use yeah, so did I. Sampler and Pro Tracker. A tape deck? What are they? Never heard of such a thing. I showed my nephew a cassette tape and he didn't know what it was the other day. And my other nephew, I showed him a vinyl record. He didn't know what that was either. Never seen one before. It'll only be another 10 years and kids won't know what a CD is. What's that on fire? Oh, car. Right, let's get this bloody truck. Ooh. No! Whoa. Let's get this truck and that'll do for tonight. Which way am I going? Am I going this way? Am I going that way? Don't really know. This way. So if I go left here... Oh, I've never seen that big building before. I've only been playing this for 20 years. Get away. Oh, I've gone the wrong way now. Ah! No! No! They queue up to get you. These bloody cars. Right, this way. Oh, he's moved again. If I go this way, which way is he going? So if I go up here and go left and then right, big left, yeah. I go left here, miss that car. No, I was going to outgun him there, but I can't. Is that car that's on fire still? I know. I've been this way before, obviously. Don't hit that car, don't hit that car. Get back. Okay. We copied lots of old cassettes on tape player, yeah. We had 2 tapes so we could duplicate them, yeah, we had one too. We had an Amstrad twin tape deck. So I could copy my C64 games and Spectrum games. In fact, the Amiga was the first disk drive I ever used. But I did see when I was at school, my friend, not my friend, he was a knob, but he had a ZX Spectrum with the Opus. What? With an Opus disk drive, and I was so impressed. But it didn't need it. Oh, what's happening now? I've lost the truck again. An Opus disk drive, and he could load a Lunar Jetman. Was it Lunar Jetman? Oh, Jetpack. He loaded up Jetpack in about 10 seconds or something. Whereas I had to wait, oh, I don't know what it was, a couple of minutes. I've come to the conclusion I can't hold a conversation and drive this bloody thing at the same time. But yeah, he had an Opus disk drive, and funnily enough, I've recently, a few years ago, I bought an Opus disk drive and loaded up Jetpack on it again. For no other reason than it impressed me so much when I was a kid that I wanted one. But I was never going to get one as a kid because they cost a fortune, disk drives. I remember the Commodore 64 disk drive costing more than the computer, which I always thought was very strange. But now obviously I realise why that is, because they made their money on peripherals rather than the computer. My finger's starting to hurt now pressing this mouse button. This is what I remember. Where's the truck gone? Oh, is this the worst driving you've ever seen? Dreadful. 14%. Well, I'm going to crash in a moment. Who's there? Get away! Get away! Oh. Look, you pulled out on me then. Where's my insurance form? I'm not having that. Bloody cheek. Yeah, they were expensive. Had the big bulky floppy drive from a 128 and the Epix fast loader. Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's right. Well, boys, that's it. I'm going to have to go now. Up early for work in the morning, unfortunately. I will be doing some more streams. I will be doing some more streams. Don't drink and drive. Hey, I'm drinking tea. Yeah, I'll be doing some more streams. Game looks fun, but it's very difficult. It's not very difficult. I'm just an idiot who's not paying any attention to what I'm doing. Give it a go if you've got an Amiga and just sort of turn the music up and sort of let yourself go with it. It's a great game. It's really good. The driving section is easy. It's the whatever it is, the hotel, the thing that's quite difficult. It's actually easier on a 500 because it's slightly slower. But I have played this on a 60 out of 60 accelerated 500, and the bloody thing goes like stink. You can't control it. Maybe Vampire's next. Vampire Adventures next. Yeah, I'll be going back to the Vampires shortly. The Gold 3 firmware should be coming out shortly, and then AGA updates should be coming out later. I don't think they're coming out with the Gold 3 because they're still programming the AGA stuff. But as soon as the update comes out, I'll be back on with the Vampire. I'll be having some more adventures in Vampire Land. The emulation's particularly good on the Vampire, as you can run Dark Forces and things that came out on the Mac, which never made it to the Amiga. So it's good. It's quite a powerful bit of kit. It'd be nice to see some software ported, but I have heard that Gold 2.5 at the moment. Yeah. I have this morning I did read that Huno PPC, who does lots of conversions for oS4, like Quake 2, Quake 3 and all that sort of stuff, is quite interested in doing some stuff on the Vampire in 68K. So we should, I don't know how long it'll take him, but we should be able to see some new stuff coming for the 68K Vampires. And also Novacoder. I spoke to him around Christmas time, and I asked him if he'd be interested in coming back if he had a Vampire. He said he wasn't, but as soon as the Vampire standalone computer comes, then he'll be very interested in coming back to the Amiga and writing some stuff for it. Because the, I mean, realistically speaking, a 68060 Vampire, a 68060 equipped accelerated Amiga is pretty damn slow in this day and age. Even, you could argue, a Vampire is not particularly quick, but in Amiga terms it is. It goes like stink, so that's all that matters. Same as the oS4 stuff. I think Apollo team have offer loan cards. Alright, I've offered, yeah, yes, I think they are. I think they're getting in touch with who know. I don't know his real name, although I have read it, but I can't remember what it is. But he's a French developer. So he'll be converting some SDL stuff over, I would think. I mean, the Apollo guys have already done some SDL stuff. They did the demo, the walking demo with the soldiers and knights and things, which is all SDL. So clearly, it's plenty powerful enough to do a Quake 2 type thing. So it should be pretty interesting to see what's coming. It might take a number of months for these things to happen, but yeah, come Christmas time, it'll be quite interesting to see what's floating about. Yeah, so Gold 3 should be next, and AGA for the S-AGA chipset, or driver rather. They are making a standalone Vampire computer. Yes, they are, but it won't be for a while yet. I think they're still trying to develop the A1200 next, and then possibly a 3000, 4000 card if they can get the edge connectors. I mean, they're having a great deal of difficulty getting the edge connector for the 1200, which used to be a standard-ish type edge connector, but they no longer make them. Nobody produces them anymore. That's why you don't see many modern 1200. They've just finished the drivers for the standalone. Have they? Okay. So they need to get it onto the FPGA and see how it works then. Yeah, it should be very interesting, but I don't expect to see anything this side of Christmas for the standalone machine. I know they want to get the 1200 out. It'd be nice to see the FPU code included in the Vampire as well, which would open up quite a bit more software as well. But that's proving quite difficult, I think. But we'll see. All good stuff indeed. I mean, they're doing a fantastic job. To say they're just a group of enthusiasts on their own. They did go to see. It's not Motorola, whoever it is. Oh, Altera. They did go to see Altera, I think, with a whatever they call it, a presentation for the Vampire for the Amiga, and Altera gave them development systems and basically said anything you need to get it going, we'll give you a hand. But it weren't suitable for what they were doing apparently. Or was that Coldfire? I might be getting mixed up. I can't remember now. So there is still a lot of love out there for the Amiga, even though it's 25 years ago. If you're of that generation in your 40s and 50s, people still remember the Amiga, and there is a lot of love for it, which is good. Okay, guys, I'm going to say Amiga Kit. Yes, they do. Amiga Kit have started stocking the Vampire 2, the A500 version, but they're sold out at the moment. They can't keep up, obviously. Yes, all this new movement got me into to buy a 600 and a 1200 6 months ago. Yes, retro is it's the new it's the new fashion now, it seems. Everyone wants to get into retro. The funny thing is, to me, it's not retro. It's just, you know, normal. Showing my age, I think. Yeah, if you're buying an Amiga, a 600 or a 1200, make sure you get the capacitors changed. Give the board a good clean. My 500 died years ago. Oh, did it? Oh, was it a 500 plus? Or just a standard 500? If it's a standard 500, it should be easily repairable if you've still got it. The 500 plus not so, as the battery kills them. The Varta battery will explode all over the board and kill the damn thing, which is a shame. But if you've got a 600 or a 1200 or a surface mount A4000, well, they're all surface mount, any surface mount Amiga, you really need to get the capacitors done. The sound will start to play. A standard 500, okay. Well, that's, you know, it's fixable if you're that way inclined, if you've still got it. The chances are it'll be either chip creep or the sockets are just furred up. The 500's a pretty resilient machine. They're pretty well made. Okay, guys, I'm going to say cheerio now. It's my bedtime. God knows I need my beauty sleep. thank you very much. I've particularly enjoyed tonight. It's been nice chatting to you all. I hope we can chat again. It's I do like it when we can have a chat. Yeah, friends told me to have the caps changed on them. He's going to help me do that this summer. Okay, no problem. Good. If you need help with anything like that, just give us a shout. I got my 600 from 92 out and installed the Vampire. Ran with stock. I have not come to swap them yet. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, if it runs fine, then the temptation's not there, is it, to get them changed? I know it's a pain and it can cause problems changing the caps, especially if the tracks lift. But they will all be leaking now, so you really should get the caps changed. I can guarantee you they'll be leaking. Even if you think they're not, they will. I've done quite a few recaps, and I did get a brand new board, seemingly a brand new board, a few months ago. Don't remember what revision it was, A1200. There was no dust on it, there was no dirt, there was no rust on the modulator. It looked absolutely brand new. I was well impressed. But all the caps were leaking, but fortunately it done no damage. Yeah, have them changed. They're way up the ladder, especially. Well, they are. I was speaking to Dave Haney about this for the caps that Commodore used, and he was telling me the estimated lifespan of the caps was between 12 months and 2 years of the type they were using. So to think that they've lasted 25 years is quite impressive. Pretty good going, I think. He was telling me some stories about Commodore, about when the guys were designing the Amigas. They were, as a rule, they tried to pick the better quality components, the better quality. Well, we've nodded off. The better quality capacitors, the better quality resistors, and all the rest of it. And I've never seen an Amiga in my life. Don't know why I'm watching this. Guys, you said everyone is into retro. I guess I'll have to purchase something. Well, if you're after an Amiga, are you UK or whereabouts are you? I've got a drawer full of the things, and I need to start clearing out some Amigas, as well as 64s and various other things. They were the computer back then. Indeed they were. They were the computer. But Dave Haney, one of the chief engineers at Commodore, was telling me as they designed the machines, they put better quality components in the sample machines, and as soon as the Commodore, as soon as they were instructed by Commodore, they were told to reduce the quality of the components, because if they could save 50 cents on a component, by the time they've made 3, 5, 10 million of these things, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars they've saved. It was quite interesting chatting to him. Raspberry Pi 3. Well, that's not quite retro, Raspberry Pi 1 maybe. But yeah, the Raspberry Pi 3 is quite a good little bit of kit. It can emulate a 1200. I have done a bit of emulation on a Raspberry Pi 3. I couldn't get the sound right on a couple of games. It played a bit off. It's a bit disappointing. But all good stuff. Prince of Persia. The intro to Prince of Persia is always a good way of checking the sample, the sound on the any emulation you're doing. If the crack runs slowly by Angels, which is a picture of a horse in a circle with some music playing, if that raster effect plays slowly, then your emulation is not up to it, as it will play flawlessly on an A500. But in emulation, it does have trouble. Emulation is not perfect. Almost, but not quite. I've only done RetroPie. I've only done RetroPie on my Pi. Yeah, RetroPie is pretty good. It seems to work reasonably well. It's yeah, it's good. But come on, if you're a retro guy, you need a real bit of kit. You need a real Amiga. Good test. Got to remember that. Yeah, yeah. Prince of Persia. It's a bugger. I've set up emulation over the years. I remember on a PC getting a dodgy disc from a market somewhere, and it said on it Amiga emulator, and it was, I think it was Fellow for DOS, and you had to type in loads of commands, strange commands, to get it going, and it needed, I think it was a 166, or was it I can't remember, it might have been a 486, I can't remember what it was now, but they were pretty high specs, and mine was just under whatever that spec was, and the thing ran like a dog. And that's been one of my overriding memories of emulation, that it don't work very well. It's easier now because we have massively fast computers, so it shouldn't really be a problem. If you're running it on a desktop PC, it'd go like stink. A Pi 3 is pretty powerful. Right guys, that's it now. I'm going. It's been great fun talking to you. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope to see you again. If I get chance, I'll do another stream tomorrow of something around, I don't know, 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Great speaking to you all. It's been a pleasure, been an honour. I hope to see you again. Thank you very much and good night. Take care.